And some room to work. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete to Ingram. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go! 3-19!
On second down, here's Jackson. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 36 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gun.
From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Jackson dancing to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught. Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He'll get it up the middle. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Leopard.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are in for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Taylor, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So that'll back him up 5. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Arnold. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Switch up. Switch up. Go, go, go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. 57, Mike 57. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Over, 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 over.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Now back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch it now, Barney. Set.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation.